I do think it's gonna be potentially one of the best games of football that we would have seen in a very long time, because it's gonna be like the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Like, Arsenal's gonna have to defend with their heart and soul and bodies and sweat and blood and tears. Everything needs to be on the line. Whereas Madrid are gonna have to attack with all of their ammunition. All of their ammunition from minute one is gonna have to be just out there spraying the rounds. Pause. So, hey, it's me, half-time hooks, Hokage of the village, and I've been doing a bit of digging. And 52.5% of you that watch me aren't subscribed to the village. Yeah? So, how's about you click that subscribe button, help the village grow, help us hit our targets, and enjoy the wonderful time that we share here together. Hope to see you soon. Peace. Arsenal are travelling to Madrid to play the second leg of the Champions League tie in the quarterfinals. Obviously, Arsenal already winning 3-0 on aggregate, and all the talk of the town leading into this game is what Real Madrid can do to change that. That's literally what it's been. That's what the conversation has been all about. Like, a load of their players have been talking, their manager's been talking, people not even associated with the club's been talking. We've seen Real Madrid bring out a motivational video. We've seen that they've confirmed that the Bernabéu's gonna have the cover on when Arsenal go there. Like, they're literally doing everything within their power to claw this one back. And I wouldn't be surprised if Fiorentino Perez has been making a few phone calls. We even saw an image a few days ago, can't remember who it was, but it was of a player's leg bleeding, and everyone's like, oh, the sacrifice has begun. Oh, man. But look, when it comes to the game, like, what I expect from Real Madrid is it's going to be a tricky game. A very, very tricky game, because they have to be on the front foot. So I could imagine for large portions of the game it's going to be very scary. They're going to be very direct. They're going to be running at us. They're going to be trying to find space. It's going to be a battle, a big battle. I still think over at the Bernabéu, I think we still win the midfield battle, obviously depending who we put there. But I do think it's going to be potentially one of the best games of football that we would have seen in a very long time, because it's going to be like the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Like, Arsenal's going to have to defend with their heart and soul and bodies and sweat and blood and tears. Everything needs to be on the line. Whereas Madrid are going to have to attack with all of their ammunition. All of their ammunition from minute one is gonna have to be just out there spraying the rounds. Pause. So I think we're gonna see a lot of their kind of, I guess, their match winners, their big game players, i.e. Mbappe, i.e. Vinny Jr., i.e. Bellingham, maybe even Rodrigo. I think we're gonna see another level from them, because there's a lot of expectation on them. Like, it's Real Madrid. Like, these men will be absolutely dragged about the city, moved to, if they don't win this. It's not even a like, oh, we played well, 1-2-0, it's 3-2, it's not that bad. Like, if they don't go through, it's curtains for them. Especially considering Barcelona are looking a bit peak in the league. This could be them not winning a major this season. To think Real Madrid going out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League is a travesty. But I think that Arsenal definitely still have the upper hand here. Definitely still have the upper hand here. It's been a long time in the Champions League. where Real Madrid have overturned a 3-goal deficit. Massive. Massive. I don't think they've ever been 3-0 down and won the tie. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that Arsenal haven't conceded more than 2 goals in a game since. Sorry, is it 2 goals or 3 goals? I think it's 2 goals in a game since December 2023 versus Luton. And in that game, we still won the game. We still won the game. Do you know what I'm saying? We still won the game. And we've never conceded a goal to Real Madrid. And we're now going into our fourth battle in the Champions League. So everything's kind of positioned for it to be a hectic, entertaining game, especially for the neutral. Me as an Arsenal fan, I think the longer the game goes on and we keep it 0-0, I'll start to calm down a bit. But should we concede in the first half, I'm going to be like, oh, that second half's going to be a bit spooky. It's going to be a bit spooky. But I expect Arsenal to keep it really tight-knit. I still expect us to play a bit on the front foot. I don't expect us to go there and just say, you know what, let's shut up shop from minute one. I think we'll be highly active in the first half. I think we'll be trying to capitalize off of their failed attempts to get a goal. I think there's even great chance of us catching them on transition. And you can never rule Arsenal out from dead ball scenarios. We know we got our corners. But now we've also got free kicks. And it's something that they are going to have to be worried about. The one thing that I guess the last thing just on this part that I kind of want to bring to everyone's attention, there's been loads of discourse around Real Madrid scoring. I haven't really seen anyone speak about the fact that Arsenal could just score an early goal. Arsenal could score in the first 10-15 minutes, and then that is the tie done. I mean, I think the tie's done already, but if we score a goal in the first 15-20 minutes, that's tie done, finished, finito, game over, game set and match. I'm already in the semi-final. So Real Madrid, even though they have to go hunt goals, they have to be careful. Because if they concede at their ground, at any point in the game, the tie's done. And I don't think that Arsenal are going to concede a multitude of goals and not respond with a goal themselves. So, look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. As far as I'm aware, the only players that are really going to miss this game for Real Madrid is Dani Carvajal, Eder Militao, and Ferland Mendy through injury, and then obviously Camavinga's missing the game through suspension, which I think is going to have a major impact on their midfield. I was trying to do a little bit of looking around, and some places have told me he's fine. Some places have told me that Valverde is doubtful. I mean, if Valverde was to drop out of their team as well, it makes it even more favourable for us. But there is talks of Dani Ceballos re-entering the fray. I don't think that changes anything. I don't think that Dani Ceballos can have the midfield battle with us. I've watched Ceballos play for my team. You know what I'm saying? And I know that everyone's going to be like, oh, but Ceballos having a really good season. Yeah, that's all well and good. Yeah? Because Camavinga was having a good season. Modric was having a good season. Bellingham was having a good season. Mbappe was having a good season. None of these men did anything against my team. Do you know what I'm saying? So why am I going to think that Dani Ceballos is going to do anything to my team? Come on, people. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be serious. And then on the Arsenal side, the only, obviously, no new news. Jesus injured, Tomiyasu injured, Magalhaes, Gabriel injured, Kai Havertz injured, Calafiori's injured, but maybe it's too soon for him to be on the bench. Because I feel like he's recovered. Well, maybe we might see him on the bench, but it's telling me that he's ruled out. So ruled out, and there was there was talk of Partey potentially being injured, and obviously we was unsure on Ben White, but we saw both of them get on the coach. And then obviously outside of that, Jorginho is injured, done something to his ribs. Poor guy. Which means we don't really have too much. We don't have too much to play around with. Pause in terms of midfielders going into this game, but obviously I'll now quickly go into the lineup that I would go, kind of explain why, and then I will leave you all with my prediction for the game. So Raya in goal, pretty standard, pretty simple. Timber, right back, just lock up Vinny again, you know what I'm saying? Saliba and Kiwior, I see no reason to change this partnership. It did so well in the home leg. Obviously, Kiwior did make that early mistake at the beginning of the game, but after that, grew into it and was fine for the remainder of the game. Arguably one of our better players. Now, I'm putting Miles Lewis Skelly left back, and listen, this is going to be the biggest game of his life so far. Like, playing at the Santiago Bernabéu, this is an experience that he has to have. And it could go left. So this is where we find out about Miles Lewis Skelly and how cut out he is for, I guess, elite level football. I think he is, and this is the perfect place for him to prove his point. So I'll be looking for a good game from Miles Lewis Skelly. Another good battle. He won the battle against Rodrigo at the Emirates. I feel like the battle will be a lot more difficult at the Bernabéu, but we'll see. I'm positive at the very least. My midfield, now obviously Jorginho's out. I know Partey, Omin and Arin, he has to start. We have to get as much juice out of Partey as possible, pause. Do you know what I'm saying? He was fantastic in the home leg, and I feel like anything good we're gonna do from the base of our midfield, yeah, he has to be there. Like his interceptions, his breaking up of transition, like his eye for a pass, like his composure, like his ability to drop man and you get it, keep it moving. Like we can't play the Bernabeu without him. I won't lie, we just can't. So I expect to see Uncle Partey there. I would then go with Marino and Rice in the midfield. I would say let's go with Land of the Giants midfield. Let's just have all the tall, strong one man in the midfield and just fully dominate the midfield. Fully win all our duels. Like, cool. You want to make it a bit feisty? Okay. Madrid, let's make it feisty. Let's go. Yeah? You get it? Have the Titans up in there. You know what I mean? Have all them man dashing about villages and all them thing there, bro. Just landed the Giants in the midfield. That's what I would go with personally. Like, obviously, I am dropping Erdegaard. Like, I feel like he hasn't been of the level. And I just feel like tactically we need to do something different in this game. It's going to be a different game. We don't really need too much creation. Not that he has been creating that much recently anyway. And I just feel like you just have to play the players that are in form at the moment, especially at the Bernabeu. And, you know, he will probably start because he was rested on the weekend. He will probably start. But me personally, I would go with the midfield three of Partey, Marino, and Rice. And then my front three would be Saka on the right. Pretty, get me, bog standard is what it is. Trossard up top. Do you know what, yeah? This is the more realistic one for me. Saka on the right, Trossard up top, Martinelli on the left. But it would be nice to see Saka on the right, Martinelli up top, and Wanyeri on the left. But I just can never see that happening, especially not at the Bernabeu. It just ain't gonna happen, innit? So that's the lineup that I would go with. You know, let me know what you lot think about that one. And then in terms of a score prediction, I think I'm gonna go with a Desmond. I think I'm gonna go with the game will be a Desmond 2-2. And I think we win the tie and qualify to the semi-finals. So people, let me know what you think about this game. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think's gonna happen. And yeah, drop your predictions, in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully Arsenal can get the job done. I'm really confident. I expect a W. And yeah, on the way out, make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.